Hello everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to technical session 5B. Myself, Ashutosh Goel, and this session will be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 10th International Conference on ICT for Sustainable Development, ICT4SD 2025, Goa, India. The 10th edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event is being held today in Goa, India, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom from 17 to 19 July 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions throughout the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 10 minutes for the presentation and 2 minutes for question and answers. On 9 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder. This is another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, then you can write it to me in the chat box. Just before we start the session, I would like to introduce you all to the chair for the session, Dr. Nilesh P. Sable. Dr. Nilesh P. Sable has overall 15 years of academic experience, presently working as SPPO approved Associate Professor in the Department of Information Technology, Vishwakarma Institute of Information Technology, Pune, India. He has published 50 plus papers in national and international conferences and journals. He has filed and published 14 patents and 3 copyrights. He is the author of a couple of books with an international publisher like Lambert. I would now like to invite Dr. Nilesh P. Sable to share a few words of encouragement with our attendees as we begin our session. Over to you, sir.
Yes. So thank you for a brief intro, sir. So this is, I think, so this is 5th year I'm being associated with GR Foundation. Thank you for GR Foundation as well for organizing such excellent events where the researchers can foster their research and we can have a, what we can say, detailed discussion among the researchers who are connected from various domains as well. So it leads to some sort of expertise with each and every individual who are present here. So once again, I wish all the best for each and every presenter who is present here and eager to listen you all that what sort of, what we can say, impacts or initiatives you have taken for development or better development of the society. So thank you. Looking forward for it.
Thanks for the kind words, sir. Now, without further ado, let's start the first presenter of the day. I would now like to invite Ma'am Poonam Bokhare to present a paper on the title, A Self-Monitoring System for Internal Intrusion Detection and Protection Using Data Mining and Forensic Techniques. Do we have you here with us, ma'am? Do we have anyone else from the team with us? Since there's no response, we'll be moving forward with the next presenter. I would now like to invite Sir Lokesh Heda to present his paper on the title, A Systematic Performance Comparison of YOLO Models for Human Identification in Visual Scenes. Do we have you here with us, sir?
Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, I'm available here.
Okay.
Sharing my screen presentation.
You may present your screen, sir.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Lokesh Heda, and I'm presenting a paper on a systematic performance comparison of YOLO models for the human identification into the visual scheme. My paper ID is 363. So, and the other authors are Dev Gandhi, Adarsh Srivastav, Rajit Soni, and Daksh Parikh. So these are the contents of today's presentation. Motivation, starting with the motivation, then going to the objective, YOLO model architecture, experimental setups, results and the observation, conclusion and the references. So the motivation, that it is the main concern of the human detection using the computer vision, is correctly identifying the people into the image or the videos. Generally, the human detection has been a topic of inversely intensively study over the last decade because of different complex scenarios or the demand, like the surveillance kind of the systems or the other. So YOLO being a single stage algorithm, it happens to offer better speed than the two-stage algorithm. Okay, so YOLO, which is a single stage algorithm, which generally do the detection, classification, and labeling of the images in the single pass as compared to that of the two stage, and that's why it become fast, and that is the reason why the YOLO is more in demand for the real time applications. So the objective of this research work is to study and address the problems of the person, which is recognizing into the images and the video using the computer vision techniques. Specifically, we have employed the different YOLO models and compared them to evaluate the single stage YOLO algorithm like YOLO V3, V5, and V4 for the human detection due to their fast performance compared to that of the two stage algorithm. And then comparing their performances on the different images and justifying our results and specifying which particular YOLO is better than the other its counterpart. So basically, how the YOLO detects the object, it first take the input image. Even if we give the videos, it it convert that into the images. The images will be resized to the input image for the 448 by 448, so that it can be properly fit and can be the algorithm can be properly applied. Then it runs a single convolution network on the image and thresholds the result detecting by the model's confidence. So generally, YOLO reframe the object detections as the regression problem, and then the wages are divided into S by S grids, and for each grid cell, it is going to predict the debonding boxes and the confidence score for that boxes and the C class probability. So basically, the confidence score is how confidently it can detect the object or the human into the image, whereas the class probability, it will be specifying whether the object detected into the image is belongs to which particular class. So this YOLO, this is the YOLO architecture of the YOLO V3. So it was introduced into 2018 as the improvement over the YOLO V2. It uses the darknet 53 as the backbone, means it is having the 53 convolution layer with the recital connections. So it can have the better feature extraction as compared to its previous version. It performs multiple scaling predictions, detects the object at the three different scales like large, medium, and the small, and it uses the logistic regression for the object score and for the class predictions. This architecture is for the YOLO V4, where it builds upon the dense net architecture with the CSP darknet 53 as the backbone. So it is the CNN is made up of the two blocks. One is the convolution base layer, and the second block is the cross stage partial block that is called as a CSP. So it includes the spatial pyramid pooling to improve the respective fields, and it uses the pan aggregation network for the better feature fusion into the NIC. So this YOLO V4, the performance of the YOLO V4 has been improved due to the addition of these different things as compared to that of the YOLO V3. And this is the architecture of the YOLO V5. It is similar to that of the YOLO V4, but for the following differences. Like YOLO V4 was provided as the part of darknet framework, whereas YOLO V5 is the built on the top of the PyTorch framework. YOLO V4 utilizes the .cfg configuration, whereas YOLO V5 utilizes the .yml file for the configuration. And the increasing into the performance for the various current methods like the SAMBlock, ANNet, and the CNBN have been modified for the YOLO V5. This is the flow chart of our research work. Like we started, means we are giving the input and selected from the human detection database. Then we trained the YOLO models. There was the testing and the training part, and then we applied this the different algorithms like YOLO V3, V4, V5 on the different database and evaluated those models using the different evaluation matrices. So for the experimental setup, we have used the 11th generation Intel with the 2.5 GB and the RAM of 8 GB. The data set, this comprise of the YOLO V3, V5 and V4 models where the different real-time images which were captured, okay, and that again used. These are the performance matrices. Like first is the precision, which defines the proportion of the true positives to the all positive predicts. Like so, the precision is the ratio of true positive upon true positive plus the false positive. So it shows how likely the model is to expect the bounding boxes to match the actual ground truth. So it will define that, or it will specify that how precise the model is detecting in to the objects and from the images. The second one is the recall, which is the fraction of the true positive amongst all the real items, and it displays the probability of successfully detecting the genuine things. And then comes the accuracy, which measures how accurately objects are detected into the given images and the video, which is specified with the equation 3, which is nothing but the ratio of number of object detected to the number of objects into the image. So this figure shows the sample image which was taken and fed to the algorithm. The bounding box were created from this, and then based upon the YOLO V3, V4 and V5, the results were validated. So this experimental results are shown in the table 1 for the different parameters like accuracy, precision, recall, error and the FN score. So from this table, it is clear that the YOLO V5 is outperforming the YOLO V3 and V4 in almost all the different matrices categories. Like for the accuracy, YOLO V5 score 0.94%, 0.94 score, whereas for the FN score, it is 0.96, which is far better than to that of the YOLO V3 and YOLO V4. We have also calculated the response time to generate the output, means how fastly that particular algorithm respond to the given inputs. So the time we can specify here is into the second. So you can see the YOLO V5 response time is 0.12 second as compared to, which is far better as compared to that of the YOLO V3 and V5. And that's why this YOLO V5 can be seen as a winning to its counterpart for the real-time kind of the applications. So this experimental in this experiment, various type of test images were validated, and this slide show the performance matrices like in terms of accuracy and the error rate for the YOLO model, FN
This is a
score for
gentle
the
reminder that 9 minutes have been completed.
hello. Yeah,
This
yeah, just
yeah.
yeah, just concluding my things. Okay, so those are the research of the observation or the experimental observation that we evaluated with YOLO V3, V4, and V5 models. Okay, on the basis of accuracy, precision, recall. YOLO V5 achieves highest accuracy of 0.94 compared to that of the other counterpart. YOLO V5 shows the superior precision and the recall, and it is having the significant low processing time for the and which is suitable for the critical applications. So the future work in that we can explore the latest YOLO models on the larger or more diverse data set, evaluate two-stage detectors for the high accuracy, and access the model for the various conditions and the different data sets for the linear time scenarios. So these were the references we have used to for our research work. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for brief presentation. Nice presentation.
Thank you.
Why you have referred up to YOLO 5 only? We are having YOLO version now 11.
Yeah, because when we were working on that, the YOLO V5 or V6 and V7 were there, but we started with the basic things, and then the future work we will be taking it on to the YOLO 8, 11 or 11, 10 or 11.
But it is comparison of only one model, right? Whether the version is whatever it is, XYZ.
Yeah.
But having we do have alternatives for yellow, right?
Right,
Why
right.
we are
Yeah.
not
Like
used this?
we have the SSD, single stage
Huh?
detector is there.
Huh? So
Like
why you have
SSD.
not implemented on that? So that it is just comparative of versions. Instead of that, you can have different models and comparative of different models, right?
Yeah, exactly. We were just wanted to differentiate between the from the YOLO family itself, which version is better for the real-time application, and that's why we have selected. We have choose that particular problem statements.
So it better works on detection, right?
Yeah, works on the detection.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now, moving on to the next presenter, I would now like to invite Sir Shubham Kumar to present his paper on the title Agentic AI with Model Context Protocol. Do we have you here with us, sir?
Uh, Shubham is not present. I'm his teammate. So can I present?
Sure, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Akshat, and today I am going to present on behalf of research from Dronacharya College of Engineering. Today we will discuss about agentic AI with Model Context API, a research that addresses critical gaps in autonomous decision-making system. So let's start with the motivation behind the study. Let me begin with explaining why this research is crucial in today's industrial landscape. Our investigation was driven by alarming data from the current automation system. Research indicates that 73% of individuals from the project experience failures in the current real-time contextual awareness. This translates to significant economic impact with global losses of 2.1 trillion resulting from decision-making insufficient automated systems. More specifically, our analysis reveals that 68% of manufacturing automated failures stems from the system inability to process contextual information from decision-making movements. The fundamental issue is that current AI system operates in an isolated environment rather than a dynamic environment changes, leading to these considered failures. Now, let's talk about some introduction about my topic. This brings us to the core problem we are addressing. The current automated system lags in dynamic environment. As evident by documentation in the literature, rule-based system shows insufficient adaptability to unexpected scenarios, which we have constantly observed in the research reviews. Our literature analysis identifies a significant research gap in unified framework of context-aware autonomous systems. This gap represents a barrier which needs to be fulfilled in near future. Now let's talk about some implementation and real-world application of of context models. Despite these challenges, several organizations have implemented context-aware systems with notable results. Let me highlight some implementation across various domains. In finance, JP Morgan Coin demonstrates automated extraction of legal clauses. Tesla Gigafactory implementation achieved 37% reaction downstream to improve contextual awareness. Singapore National Institution Invitates showed dynamic traffic optimization optimized by Walmart's supply chain system achieved 40% faster disruption time. In cybersecurity, Darktrace platform demonstrates 60 to 80% faster threat response time as compared to the traditional system. However, our analysis reveals the critical limitation of these implementation. The current system lacks in structural domain processing. In finance, for some domains, optimization like cross-platform learning is also lacking in real time. And centralization processing limits real-time optimization and barriers in the near future. Now let's talk about some performance metrics and qualified impacts. Our contribution analysis demonstrates considerable benefit across multiple domains. In healthcare, we observed 28-35% reduction in decision errors. Manufacturing implementation shows 37% operational downstream reduction. Overall productivity improvement ranging from 15 to 22% across various industries. Cybersecurity application demonstrates 60 to 80% faster reaction times, while adapting shows 40% to 45% faster distribution response. These benchmarks provide actual evidence for effectiveness of context-aware APIs and implementation in the very near future. Now, let's discuss about the literature surveys and key findings. Our literature review identifies 4 themes for addressing the critical gaps in present time. In adaptability, while research shows AI can work in dynamic environment, real-time failure recovery is decentralized setup remaining unexplored. Regarding scalability, man's framework has been developed, but synchronization is the major problem in it. From an ethic point of view, we don't find any shortcoming in current implementation, though the government template lacks the cross-industry alignment. Final, the ACA and CQL protocol enable context management, limited documentations, and lack of industrial validation remain the significant barriers in present time. Now, let's talk about some current limitations. Our analysis identified three-stage limitation that must be addressed in the near future. Technical constraints include high computational cost that limits organizations' adoption, hardware dependencies on TPUs and GPUs that complicates the scalable development, and latency versus synchronization trade-off, which hampers the real-time performance of the system. Operational challenges includes automation bias leading to over-reliance of AI output and data dependency issues affecting decision accuracy. The security risk with sensitive information processing. Skills and governance gap present in most of the significant barriers. Our research indicates 78% of manufacturing lacks in AI governance skills, while limitation undermines the trust in decision-making processes. Now let's talk about some future scopes in our research. Based on our finding, we have acquired a three-tier research roadmap. Immediate research priorities include quick UDP internet connection protocol implementation for 40% latency reduction, meta-learning algorithm for improving distribution handling, and explainable ABIs to make the decision-making process more transparent. Medium-term dependency should focus on federal learning of privacy systems, no-code MCP connector, which leads to 60% reduction in the cost. Our long-term vision encompasses of standardizing AI MCP protocols, autonomous supply chain ecosystem development, and self-healing industrial systems. Now, in conclusion, our research has led to a significant contribution in the field. From a theoretical perspective, we extended multi-user system theory with contextual awareness, established new standards for human AI collaboration, and contribute to understand autonomous decision-making system. Our research finds provide empirical evidence demonstrating tangible benefits from multiple domains. However, scalability, ethic alignment, and legacy compatibility remains critical barriers in future research must be addressed through co-design approach using coupling and ethical frameworks. The research implicates the considerably. This integration redefines the operation efficiency standards in industrial automation, set a new benchmark for automated system in AI era, and provide a foundation for transition of rule-based systems into AI-based systems. Thank you, and I would like any questions if you want to ask relating to our research.
Any clarity on your conclusion? Like, have you done any sort of comparative analysis for that?
So mainly for now, it is theoretical based. Everything is theoretical based. We have read many papers and things and find out the present problems which we face in current times. And we found that though we have many solutions to it, in dynamic environment, everything fails because of the trade-off between the unexpected scenario handling and the real-time processing of data. Because it needs structured data. And in today's scenario, not everything is structured in the form of tables. So the current thing lags in this. The processing of unstructured data is very less today for the real-time AI.
We can convert it into structure.
Yeah, but
right?
in real-time, conversion takes a long time, which can hamper productivity.
Okay, fine. Sure. Thank you.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you for your presentation, sir. Now, I would like to call upon Ma'am Hemlata Mali to present her paper on the title, Ensuring Secure Online Examination Through QR Code Authentication and Automatic Question Paper Generation. Do we have you here with us, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. May you please start presenting the screen?
Yes, sir. Firstly, my audio is visible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. You're visible and audible.
Okay. Firstly, my topic name is secure online examination using QR code authentication and automatic question paper generator. These are the outlines of my project. In introduction, online examination have becomes more common, but they often face challenges like question paper leak in presentation, and lack automatic our system. Offers secure login method using QR codes and generate question paper automatically to minimize human involvement. In motivation, the current hall ticket generation method distribute force process is manually and insecure. Our system uses Java and MySQL. Hall tickets generate hall ticket in generate in QR code and delivering the question paper at that time. In literature survey, we studied related work about the my project. That way, for example, some of question paper literature survey some papers, uh, some of use is bidirectional long-term short-term memory uh, network. However, those systems where are either complex or hard limitations. Our methods is lightweight and combines two powerful is lightweight and lightweight features. Firstly, one is QR code authentication and second is randomized question paper generation. In proposed methodology, here are the two steps. First is a user registration, then second is after registration process, student get the QR code, and QR code in this system is used in DES algorithm generating the QR code. Then the next step is QR code images file coming for exam. The examiner will scan the QR code and then check whether automation can has for example or not. Then step 4. Here we are using shuffling algorithm, Fisher shuffle algorithm. These algorithms are student will have unique question paper which will avoid copy and cheat while during the exam. In my system work, there are 3 users. First is student, examiner, and examiner ID. Firstly, student can register the system, fill the exam form, and then submit the form. Then student get the QR code while submitting the information. Then this information sends to the examiner and admin. Then examiner in exam day, examiners scan the QR code and verify the student in system. Then that time the student can log in the system. Then he will that time we generate question paper and using while Fisher rate shuffle algorithm. In this QR code generation, the here is used DES algorithm, and question paper generation, that time we use Fisher rate shuffle algorithm. Here is a mathematical model. In my mathematical model, first is input, process, and output. First, in input, user can register the information, then get the encrypted QR code, then secret key for the decryption and question paper. Then P is a process, user registration, QR code generation, and QR verification, question paper delivery, secure, then in process secure attempt the exam. Then output, verify student deliver the question paper and securely exam the attempt. Algorithm process, firstly DS algorithm, and second is Fisher rate shuffle algorithm. In DS algorithm, in that time student can log in the submit the information, then he get the QR code in DS algorithm. Then second is Fisher rate shuffle algorithm. The first step is load question paper from database. Then second step is apply the Fisher rate shuffle algorithm for I is equal to n minus 1 to 1 that generate the randomized index and swap the questions or options. Then step number 3, assign the shuffle question paper to the student and assign to shuffle option also to the student. Then here is the result of my system is we tested firstly 25 student we tested, and so 25 student get unique question paper and unique QR code. And here is a bar chart of my system. In conclusion, the adaptation of a QR code generating hall ticket system, not the development in the field of exam management, providing the advantages with regards to security. The suggested solution employs randomization based keyword shuffling algorithm. These techniques create distinct sets of questions efficiently. There is a reduction in elaboration manual configuration product. The technology is safe, dependable, and quick. Here is the references of my project. And thank you, sir, for listening me. Any questions, sir?
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am. Are there any questions?
Hello. Yes. Now, as the papers are generated, means what we can say unique papers are generated. What about the difficulty level? Whether it is compared?
Firstly, in system, sir, we are low, medium, and high. That time we generate the question paper in our system. Admin can check the which question is hard level, medium level, or low level.
So, do we have some sort of parametric, what we can say, inputs which can be given for setting the question paper?
Yes, sir. Admin can firstly manually add the question paper in our system, questions in our system. Then in our exam day, student can submit the form and exam the start that then he attempt question paper automatically generates.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am. Next, I would like to call upon Ma'am Madhu Shukla to present a paper on the title Heart Disease Prediction Using Demographic and Clinical Parameters, a Comprehensive Analysis. Do we have you here with us, ma'am? Do we have anyone else from the team with us? Since there's no response, we'll be moving forward to the next presenter. Next, I would like to call upon Ma'am Kumari Nidilal to present her paper on the title Machine Learning-Based Smart Recommendation System for Selection of Routine Protocols in Managed. For selection of routing protocols in Managed. Sorry for the mispronunciation.
Hello.
Oh,
Am I
ma'am, you're
audible,
there.
sir?
Just a second, ma'am. Madhu, ma'am, can you present now?
Yes,
Are you
sir.
available?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Uh,
Am I audible to you?
yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes, sir.
One thing, sir, am I also audible? Ashutosh, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you're also audible.
Okay.
Uh, ma'am, Madhu will present first, then you can present.
Okay.
Yes,
No issue.
yes. Yes, sir.
You will start presenting, ma'am.
Yes. Uh, yes. Yes, respected everyone. Myself, Professor Dr. Madhu Shukla from Department of CSCAI MLDS, Malwadi University. Today, my topic is about heart disease prediction using demographic and clinical parameters comprehensive analysis. So these are the contents that I am about to deal with, like introduction, objectives, literature review highlights, data set and pre-processing, research methodology, results and visual analysis, conclusion and differences. So as you know that these heart diseases are becoming very common, like anything globally. So daily, what we are supposed to see is that every second means like most of it also not doesn't take give and take with any kind of age, but it is keep on increasing. Even early detection using so for the overcoming that demographic and clinical features has been analyzed.
Ma'am, your voice is not audible properly.
1 second, sir. Sir, am I audible right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. So these are the so the objectives of study are we have gone through four objectives. Initially, we have identified the existing heart disease predictors which can able to predict, and then we have made a use of we have conducted a exploratory data analysis, and later we have made a ML based predictive model. We have proposed that groundwork of that model, and then we have made use of translate data into actionable health interventions. Yes. So these are the literature review we have gone through. So some of the authors has made key findings, means main findings, which can be identified with the age or cholesterol level, hypertension, and some of them has achieved a highest accuracy by predicting statistical methods, as well as they have keep on improving feature engineering for performing such good performances, and sometimes superior accuracy also become a highest traditional model for predicting high accurate rates, and as well as the type of heart disease issue that can has been shown, which can be a good in enhancing model and robustness and precision. So in our data set and pre-processing, as I have told you, we have made use of 18,188 samples with the 14 different kind of features, in which we also handle the missing values. We also removed the duplicate removal, and we have encoded it, and as well as we have make a fair comparison of the things, in which heart attack risk has either shown in two types, either it indicated 0 as low and 1 as high, in which we can see there are out of 1,000 you can also consider more than 900 cases of those who has a high chance of risk of heart attack. So this is the research methodology that we have gone through. We have made use of exploratory data analysis for the trends and relationships, and we have made use of chi-square and t-test for the feature relevance, as well as we have made use of multivariate analysis for collective feature effect, as well as we have for the implementation we have made use of so it has got implemented in the form of bar plots, box plots, and the correlation matrix. So this, according to our result, we have seen that mostly this heart attack has a risk of between 40 to 60 years of pain, and mostly the chest pain has been the highest strong predictor, and the one lower with the maximum heart rate has a higher risk of getting heart attack, as well as we have balanced data ensures which is unbiased of irrespective of the modeling, as well as we have key features. We have also find that the one who has chest pain and heart rate and angina that can lead to the uh, क्या कहते हैं हाँ that can lead to the heart disease. So these are the result of analysis, which consist of the age. According to the age, the heart attack is more. So if you can see, the attack of heart rate is mostly maximum from between the age of 50 and 60. So, and if you see, consider chest pain with the heart attack. If we can compare chest pain with the heart attack, the one who has much chest pain, typical angina, they have very zero. They are means nothing, no risk of heart attack. Where they have a typical angina means if you see typical angina, there is a high. The one who has a angina, they have a high rate of getting heart attack risk. If they doesn't have angina, then there is a low rate. So maximum heart rate is achieved by the heart attack is also can be represented here is more than 160 cases for every 200 cases. So finally, I would like to conclude that we have made use of significantly across the different departments for the regions, as well as we can see that the chest pain and the maximum heart rate and angina age is the most privileged type that can has represented our work that heart attack. So is you can see there are the risk patterns and our critical insight in our result that how they have been the key features, as well as you can see age 40 to 60 members are mostly they are focused, and they have a stage of ML based personalized physical models. So in the future, I would like to say we can also be made use of a quite real-time deployment model, real-time deployment, so that can enhance more. It can keep on, we can also develop the app regarding this so that it can also enhance our work future. So these are the differences that we have gone through, main differences that we have gone through in the main findings. So this is all about today work. Thank you.
Thank you. What about the data set which you have used?
That has been taken from Kaggle, sir, with the 14 different features.
Okay. Any other researcher who has already worked on this and any statistic from their side you have been compared with?
Yes, sir. The main findings I have shown you.
Main findings, what you said, ma'am?
In main findings, it has been shown that they have a contribution regarding heart study depending upon the identified age, cholesterol level, and major determinants of heart disease. Someone have
What advances you have got from your analysis then?
in my analysis, what we can see is that not only with the high age or the exploratory analysis, we can also able to analyze. We also reviewed that we have targeted, like we have also removed the duplicate values, and we have made use of things like in which there is a limitation was just to enhance the accuracy and see the cholesterol level only. But we also added angina. Angina, the one who has angina, it is mostly currently it is seen in today's world for women's, that angina has not only women's, that angina is a kind of other type of chest pain that is keep on developing in human. So angina is also become a complex type of chest disease. This is the enhanced chest disease that we have worked through. That is our research gap that it can prove from others. Unique.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am. Now, moving on to the next presenter. Now, I would like to call upon Ma'am Ayushi Tomar to present her paper on the title Online Payment Fraud Detection Using Machine Learning. Ma'am, do we have you here with us?
Yes, hello, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Ayushi Tomar, and I am here to present a research project titled Online Payment Fraud Detection Using Machine Learning, which I worked on along with Ayush Tiwari. We are students at ABS Engineering College, and this work was guided by our mentor, Ms. Prabjot Kaur, assistant teacher. So, with the increase in online payments, frauds have also become more common. We felt there was a need to build a smart system that can detect fraud automatically. So, our main goals were use machine learning to detect frauds, fix the problem of imbalanced data because fraud cases are very few, and then test how well the model performs and save the model so it can be used later without training again. So we used Python for building this project. The libraries we used are NumPy for mathematical calculations, Pandas for working with data tables, Seaborn for graphs, Scikit-learn for learning for training our model, and Pickle to save the trained model. The dataset we used is a popular one from Kaggle with over 2.8 lakh transactions. Out of these, only 492 are fraud cases. The features are anonymized and labeled V1 to V28 along with time and amount. The target column is class, where 0 means legit and 1 means fraud. We first checked the dataset and saw that there are no missing values. So it was clean and ready. But we also noticed a big issue. Out of more than 2.8 lakh transactions, only 0.17% were frauds. That means the data is very imbalanced, and this can confuse the model. Also, we found that the average fraud amount was around $122. This shows us frauds may not always involve big amounts. To make the model fair, we balanced the data. Here's how we did it. We separate fraud and legit transactions. Then we randomly picked 492 legit transactions, same number as the fraud ones, to create a balanced data set of 984 records. Next, we divided this into training and testing parts using an 80-20 split so the model could learn and then be tested fairly. We use logistic regression to build our model. It's a good choice because it's simple and easy to understand. It works well for yes or no problems like fraud or not fraud, and it's very fast to train. So we trained it using our balanced data set. Once the model was trained, we checked its performance. It gave us around 95% accuracy on training data and around 94% accuracy on test data. This means the model is not just memorizing the data, it is actually learning and making good predictions on new unseen transactions too. To show how the model works, we gave it a new sample transaction. The model was able to say whether it's fraud or legit based on the values. The logic is simple. If prediction equals to 0, it prints transaction is legit, and if it's not equals to 0, it prints transaction is fraud. This makes it easy to add into real banking or payment apps. After building the model, we saved it using Pickle, so it doesn't need to be trained again every time. In future, we want to try more powerful models like random forest or XGBoost, and we would like to use better data balancing techniques like SMOT and oversampling, and even work on real-time fraud detection, which alerts immediately during a transaction. Thank you. This brings me to the end of our presentation.
What major gap analysis you have identified? Major gap analysis.
There was we have researched some papers, and there was a major problem which was of imbalanced data set. So we use undersampling and research about it of how to use and which is better, undersampling or oversampling. So we have found out that undersampling is way better to use because we can use 492 legit transactions and 492 fraud transactions, and it is easier because in oversampling we have to use more than that, so there would be too many data. Yes.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am. Now, moving forward with the next presenter, I would now like to call Ma'am Zeel Patel to present her paper on the title Optimize Machine Learning Models for fertilizer recommendation using feature engineering and neural networks. Do we have you here with us, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. You may start presenting your screen.
Sir, is screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Your screen is visible.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Zil Patel. I'm a UG student from Charasat University, and I would like to present our research on optimized machine learning model for fertilizer recommendation using feature engineering and neural network. So, this is the outline. Firstly, abstract, then introduction, then literature review, then problem statement, then methodology, then the result we have got, then conclusion, future work, and references. So, in a simple term, our goal was to create a smart machine learning based system that could recommend the right type of fertilizer for any given soil and environment. We trained several models on a synthetic dataset and compared their performance and choose the best model from that. Uh, this system not only predict the right fertilizer but also minimize the input cost for farmers. So it's not just about the technology; it's about making smarter, affordable decision in the field, which can ultimately improve the livelihood. So for introduction, we all know that agriculture is central to India's economy, which around 60% of our land is used for farming and feeding over 1.3 million people. But the challenge is that the farmer often overuse fertilizer by as much as 150 to 200% productivity. What's also interesting is that different crop and soil require different nutrient balances, but in many areas, the same fertilizer is applied everywhere simply due to lack of better guidance. That's why we saw an opportunity. We want to make a fertilizer use more data-driven using machine learning to analyze soil and environmental condition and then recommend the most suitable fertilizer. So we looked at the existing researches like many paper use decision tree, CNS, and hybrid model for fertilizer prediction. Some of achieving up to 98% accuracy, but most of these models struggle with the generalization or imbalanced data, meaning they work well in a one condition but not in other one. So we specifically focused on the study that uses similar feature and noticed that sampling imbalance was often ignored. So our approach was to improve both the model and data set. So the problem statement is the fertilizer used today is often inefficient and imprecise. To ignore real-time soil and crop needs, which leads to nutrient loss, low yield, and long-term soil damage. So we want to create a smart AI-powered system that could analyze the data and give fertilizer recommendation to specific condition that help farmer to use just the right amount at the right time. So here is how we approach this solution. First, we started with the data set from IEEE data board and which contain like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, temperature, humidity, soil type, and crop type. Then came pre-processing. First, we cleaned the data, encoded categorical variables, and normalized numerical value to prepare for training. Then, to solve class imbalance problem, we have used two techniques, addition, which create synthetic data in difficult to learn regions, and second is SMOT. We use SMOT as a backup when addition is struggle in the sparse areas. Then we train on a multiple model like random forest, XGBoost, Light BGM, CatBoost, and neural network. We use Optuna for hypertuning. It learns from each trial to improve the next and make the tuning faster and smarter. So from this we got a result that we have two tables. Uh, first one is accuracy for training and testing, and second one is evaluation metric. So the neural network uh, achieved 84.10% accuracy with precision of 90.28%. F1 score is 85.7%, and recall is 84.10%. Other model like Cataboost and Light Medium a better generalization. Also, random forest look great on training data with 100% accuracy, but for testing it gives only 80%, which is sign of overfitting. This is the comparison of accuracy of different models in which neural network has the highest and random forest has the lowest accuracy. So this is the left chart shows the stable learning across 50 epochs. Both the training and validation accuracy improves consistently. On the right side, we have our confusion metric. It shows some minimal classification across all 7 fertilizer classes, proving that the model isn't biased towards any specific category. So to conclude, we built a fertilizer recommendation system that accurate, adaptable, and backed by machine learning. It not only helps reduce fertilizer misuse but also support more efficient, sustainable farming. So in a future, we aim to expand our model to multiple regions with a varied soil type. Also, use real-time IoT sensor for live input and experiment with advanced model like transformers or reinforcement learning. Also, we are thinking of building a cloud dashboard or mobile app so that this model can be used directly by the farmers. And these are some references we have uh, guided our work. Thank you.
For
Thank you for
recommendation
presentation.
of fertilizers, which data set you have used for reference of this?
IEEE data bot for
IEEE data.
yes,
What is size of data set which you are using?
10,000.
10,000 for what?
Sorry sir, 10,100.
1000 it is same na 10,000. Okay. Okay.
Sir.
Now for this, have you analyzed in real time whether it gives the better results
No sir,
or
we are
just you
just
have
trying
practically
or
implemented it?
we are only trying for data set, not practically tested yet. We will in future.
Okay, fine. That's it. Fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am. Now moving on to our next presenter, I would like to call upon Sir Martin Palmer to present his presentation of his paper on the title Secure and Cost-Effective IoT-Based Water Quality Monitoring Frame. Do we have you here with us, sir? Do we have you here with us, sir?
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, you may start
Yes.
presenting your screen.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Good afternoon to all. So myself Martin Parmar, and I'm going to presenting my topic secure and cost-effective IoT-based water quality monitoring framework. Right. So these are the outlines. I'll go through the quickly introduction, motivation, research objective, literature review, findings. Okay. So basically, what is our main target to make this particular research work, right? So nowadays, good water quality is essential for health and economics and ecosystems also. So we need to consider the water sources, right? So for example, river water and there are other sources. So we always need to concern about the quality of the water and the purity about the water. So pollution comes from the, like for example, in we taken consider use case of industrial, right? So suppose if there are any river surrounding some industrial, right? So there is an often we can see that statistic, like so industry often garbage their right waste into the rivers, right? So now there is no any direct monitoring, right? Manual monitoring is there also, but suppose how we can do some monitoring, like we can alert, right? For example, we can set up certain frameworks and using the automated devices, IoT devices, capture the data and make it the live, right? And yes, and we also need to protect the data also as well, right? So if there is no any manipulations of the data, modification of data is allowed. So that data is always raise the alert kind of the thing. If the water is more polluted, right? So that is our main objective of this framework. To make a framework is that to capture the data using the sensor, right? And then using the sensors, we are here using the technology like IoT, and here our approach is main cost-effective solution. So right now we did it practically with devices also, and we collected some results, and we store the data in a blockchain technology. So that data is stored in immutability, and directly data can be visible by authority. They can inspect the data, right? And they can check what particular time intervals of that data also. Yeah. So this is our research objectivity to design secure and real-time IoT-based systems for continuous water monitoring. To accurately measure water quality parameter, these are the parameters that we have considered: pH, TDS, turbidity, electric conductivity, low cost. And so first, our aim is that to provide low cost. So we have considered low cost sensors at this moment. And for security purpose, for example, if the data is stored in system, so it is required to protect the data also, right? Some intentionally or by mistake, if the data is manipulated or changed. So data is very crucial at this moment. So we have used AES encryption algorithm 128-bit we tested, and SHA, which is used for the hashing, right? So this will be ensure the integrity of the data. If single bit error and if single bit is changed in data, then we can verify at the receiver end, right? The data is accurate or not. Yeah. And then for communications, as we have proposed low cost, so we have used LoRaWAN here, and basically our main radius to capture this whole thing is 10 kilometers. So LoRa module is very capable within that range it capture the data, particularly if the data is in remote site. For example, in river, if you want to put up some plotter and analyze some data, right? So this one is very suitable because not like that. Other is also suitable, but in our current scenario, we have used LoRa modules for low effect, low price. Okay. And then finally, all the data store and visualize data, right, on cloud platforms. We can see the cloud platform also and integrate the blockchain platform also. This is some of the literature review that we have studied. Main important thing is that all the literature review they have used LoRaWAN technology. Also, they have used sensors using the sensor. So in some of the research, they have used the sensor, utilized the sensor. Now the quality of sensor is also matter. Sensors come up with like certain constraint, energy constraint and security constraint also. So in our study, we focus on we integrate the security in our framework, right? So sensor is available, but what about the security? And normally security algorithm is process heavy. So we identified certain low power security, lightweight security algorithms, and that is feasible. That can provide the security also along with this data. The findings from the literature review is most existing IoT-based water monitoring system lack secure data transmission. So that means security is not much integrated. So our main focus on security, not only security, but also integrity of the data. That is. low-cost sensors normally available, and some of the sensors suffering from the calibration issues also. Here we are not manufacturing the sensors. We have directly taken the sensor, but we prefer the low-cost sensors also. There are also industry-graded sensors also, but that cost is very high. So we prefer these low-cost sensors. Many systems are not scalable and struggle with the energy efficiency because IoT come up with, like, if you take some computing devices, so it's come up with the low power devices. Real-time data access and cloud integrations, that is also there, because after all you need to integrate with the cloud or any other thing. In this paper we have taken consider to the storage as a cloud, and also, but we can propose with the blockchain also, we can store that data immutability. And yeah, there is a significant gap in reliable low power monitoring solutions for remote areas. Basically, this target with the remote area, right, and where you can capture the traffic and provide that data to like regularity. Yeah, finally, our proposed system is like a traditional water quality monitoring methods are expensive, manual, and lack data. Existing IoT data systems offer ignore secure communications, making them tampering. So low cost sensors, by combining all these things, I know I need low cost also as well as I need security also. So our study is basically kind of the guidance and kind of the things that these devices or these sensors, and along with the security algorithms, which you can try out and you can make a, this will be helpful for the prototyping models also. These are the computing devices we have identified. Right now we have used ESP32. So Arduino ESP considered as a low power modules, sorry, devices. Raspberry Pi, Jetson Nano, it's quite computing device. It's a sufficient computing power. So ESP32 we have considered in our setup. These are the available sensors we have used: turbidity sensor, pH sensor, and yes, and this is what reason behind that we are using this particular uh, 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 PCB antennas or LoRa modules. Why? So this is cover up to the 10 kilometer of transactions in remote area and energy efficient for long battery life. Storage performance is uh, acceptable, 433 megahertz. And mostly important thing is that support AES 128 bit. So there is a AES 256 also, but AES 120 is sufficiently we can use, and even it sufficiently provide the securities. It's very difficult to break that AES 128 also, right? So we have considered this 128 bit of encryptions along with that ESP32, and yeah, main objective is cost-effective solution. Yes, this is a ESP32 we have selected. Again, it's flexible enough to integrate the sensors, right? Provide the RAM sufficient because we have very low data. We are taking the sensor data, it's not bigger in size, right? So it's easily and physically managed with these devices. Because at a time, any of the interval time, you need to inspect just value. For example, water quality, pollution level is high or low, right? So that you can easily get with these setups only, right? This is something is justification why we have selected AES 128. So it's provide the encryption, secure, fast and efficient, and as well as hardware accelerations, right? So easily integration with this low power, and it's very compatible with this our setup. This is for the 256 bit. Again, we can take 128 bit of encryption, but in our practical scenario, 256 bit is adjustable, and even it gives more kind of the content integrity, right? So there is a often less chances of hash collision, right? So we cannot duplicate these hashes, right? So
This is a
256
gentle
to one.
reminder that 9 minutes have been completed.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, this is our proposed solutions overall. These are the sensor here, sensor mode and connected, and we are taking the values, right? And we are taking a converter value into the hash and send to the receiver end. Receiver end is ESP32, right? And encryption done by AES 128 and hashing is 256. And receiver side, once the data is received, first receiver calculate the hash from receiving original data. As original data is AES encrypted, so only receiver can invoke the data and compute the hash. If hash is matched, the receiver accepts the data. Otherwise, data will be the rejected. So that is the process integrated with our architecture. This is a circuitry diagram that we have used along with the LoRa module, and this is the result discussion. Water quality. These are the safe parameters, right? We need to always keep safe limit where we get a reading. So plus and minus, that means indications of any impurity and any alert. Water quality parameter analysis.
So,
This is the value.
so you have exceeded the 10-minute time limit. Kindly conclude the presentation.
Okay, fine. So these are the results that we have taken from, right? And this is also our setup. So that we are getting the results. Yes. So basically, this is the initial setup of for like initial real-time water monitoring system. In features, we can integrate the AI modules. We can integrate the AI and automate these things, and we can detect the early error anomaly detections also. Thank you. Hello.
Thank you. Yes.
No questions from my side. We can proceed for next.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. Now moving
Thank
on to the next presenter. I would like to call upon Sir Surgeon John to present his paper on the title, The Role of Internal Family Networks in Succession Choice. Do we have you here with us, sir?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm audible?
Yes, sir,
On the
you're
behalf
audible.
of charge, I'm his teammate Amardesh TV. We'll be discussing about the topic. I will be sharing my screen.
Sure, sir.
Okay, I think it's visible now.
Yes, sir.
So our topic is role of internal family network in succession choices. Our team members are Sajin John Sharji, Sangeet Gopinath, and myself, Amardesh. So talking about our objective of this study to examine the role of internal family networks in the selection of successes in family firms. So not only to analyze the challenges which they are facing during the leadership succession in family business too. So like normally the study explores how internal family relationship influence who becomes the next leader in the family businesses. So talking about our problem statement, family business often struggle with leadership succession due to the influence of internal family networks, personal bias, and informal decision making too. So like family firms often lack formal structures in choosing leaders, unlike corporates, or their decisions here are based on relationship, which can cause conflict and affect stability too. So like these can affect the key issues like informal processes leads to bias, confusions, and resistance in there. Then talking about the research gap, which means like existing studies often focus on financial and strategic aspects of succession, but overlook emotional and relational dynamics within the families too. Like normally it explained about the on research exists on succession, few studies which focus on the internal family network specifically, which shapes the process flow. So like in coming to the literature review, like Adrian are which they have gone through the relationship between the family owned businesses and the success of the small medium enterprise. So which gives us an idea like whether we should why we choose this topic succession in the family business too. Then talking about like family business transgenders can continuity in transition economics towards a conceptual model. Then about the Sandupi and Nayan, which takes about the succession challenges in family business from the first to the second generation. So how they're transferring the leadership on the basis of family businesses. So what we have does is like our research methodology focus on qualitative research where we have collected data through interviews. So our total volume was 12 business firms. So we have done through interviews, like mainly our participants were family business owners, managers from various industries. So we have taken the sampling method as convenient sampling. So the data collection process has been done through like conducting interviews using a predefined set of open-ended questions. So we have marked the certain answers like captured responses in a document for analysis. So the data analysis which we have followed up is thematic analysis where we can identify the recurring patterns, key themes, and insights related to leadership succession in family businesses. So like so the step-by-step process of thematic analysis, like familiarization with the data, then we have changed into the coding the responses into each coding. Then about the grouping chords into broader themes, then we will interpret each into different which discovers the common succession patterns and family influences. So like finally an interpretation base help to extract the meaningful insights and recommendations. So also we have done the world card analysis too, which means like succession, family planning, conflicts. These were the major suggested themes which has been used it for reinforce with participants to be focused on it. Then about our major findings, like lack of structured succession planning, like mostly the family business do not have a formalized succession plan. They are mainly focused on the leadership which is transferred based on tradition rather than strategic planning. Then about the influence of family hierarchy, like decision making is highly influenced by the family elders as well as the senior members in the family. In some cases the eldest son is preferred as the successor, even if there are more capable candidates also. Like it has been followed by the latest agenda. Then like conflicts and resistance to changes also. Then coming about the another findings is like key successor qualities like industry knowledge, leadership ability, innovation are highly valued in successes. Then about the role of mentorship and training. Some business rely on information mentorship from family elders, but structured training is also lacking. Then like successors who are gradually introduced to business operation tend to transition more smoothly. Then about the external factors impacting leadership transition, like customers and supplier relationship are critically for maintaining business stability during the leadership changes. Then like talking about some of the recommendations, like which should develop formal succession plans, which creates formal succession plannings. Like business should establish clear guidelines for the leadership transition, not only based on the eldest son of whether the who have the capability among the sons should manage or coordinate the future successions or the decisions to be taken. Then we should encourage inclusive decision making also, like involving all key family members, senior employees, which can help to reduce conflicts also. Then about the providing a leadership transition training problem, like successors should receive structured training on business operation and modern business strategies also. Then like enhancing communication and transparency, which will provide like open discussions among the stakeholders, which can facilitate a smoother transition, which would helpful in their decision. Then like the balance tradition and innovation, a mix of traditional business values and modern management techniques can ensure long-term success. That's all, sir. Thank you. Hello.
Thank you for your presentation, sir.
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
Can you go to the result slide? Recommendations. Yes.
Which
Now,
fine.
now on the basis of what you have recommended, this means any only on the basis of your results, or are there any references which are taken for this?
No, I think we both, sir, from our analysis as well as from there was like from the reference also we have got some recommendations.
Okay, so for justification, can you say that the recommend, because it is what you need to have some sort of prediction system for recommendation, right?
Like we have done the thematic analysis, like while doing the interviewing with the we have taken a sampling of 15 family members.
Very good.
No, sir.
Okay, okay, sir, fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now moving on to the next presentation. I would like to call again Ma'am Poonam Bokre to present her paper on the title, A Self-Monitoring System for Internal Intrusion Detection and Protection Using Data Mining and
Sir,
Forensic
can I
Techniques.
present myself, Kumari Nidhi?
Just a second, ma'am. Do we have Ma'am Poonam Bogre here? Do we have anyone else from the team here with us?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am Kumari Nidhi, you may present after Poonam, ma'am.
Okay.
Just sharing my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
So my screen is visible, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I am Poonam Bhokre. My project title is Internal Intrusion Detection and Protection System, which uses the forensic technique and data mining. These are the contents of my presentation. In existing intrusion detection system, monitor external threats only, but many attack comes from internal. Authorized users only misusing their access. So, internal intrusion detection system focuses on the inside threat. For that, it uses the forensic feature and data mining. So, increasing the insider attacks. It's need the real-time system detection system. Literature survey, which focuses on internal threats, some uses real-time detection system, some uses machine learning approaches. But challenge is that for dealing with the huge data, it's the challenge. So our system is doing that. So means authorized problem definition is that authorized means authorized user only misusing their access, means he is only doing the some malicious activity with the system. So finding that it's a difficult task. So my system is continuously monitor the system activity done by users, and using the forensic feature and data mining, it detect the malicious activity. We are methodology, we are using the tracking the system call, then using the data mining technique, extract the forensic feature, and we are generating the snapshot for the evidence. In architecture, we have two modules, admin and user. Admin is taking the all the registration of the users, then he is generating the username and password for that particular user, and giving the permission for authentication, means which things user have authentication or not, restriction. Our system is continuously monitoring the user's activity. If that user performs some malicious activity like attaching pen drive or some drive or some file he is copying data or something, then my system is capturing that and taking the IP address of that system, who capture the photo of that user and screenshot of what he did with the system. These all information sending to the admin. This mathematical model we are using, and decision algorithm we are using. Decision tree algorithm means every system of all the system call activity, we are giving the input the system calls. From that, extracting the meaningful features only, then giving the label dataset to the decision tree train. Then from that, which is a malicious activity or which is normal activity, this detecting the decision tree algorithm. And in result analysis, we have performed in result we have performed 4 users different activity. User 1 perform 150 activity. From that, my system is detect how many activities are normal, how many activities are restricted activity. That activity captured correctly in my system. Means user one is perform 150 activity. From that 140 activities normal activity he did, and 2 activity perform he normal activity he performed, restricted activity he performed. So my system is captured that activities as a restricted activity. This is the bar chart of the accuracy chart. These references I have used. Publication. And conclusion is that we build a smart system that detect the internal attack, user every action tracker, and sending the all the proof to the admin. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am.
How many samples you have taken for this?
Means four users did in different systems. 4 users did different activity.
But how many sample activities they have done?
350. 350 activity we have done.
And then how the activity for categorization of activities, how you have set the threshold values for that? Means categorization, how you have done? Restricted activities, how you have decided that these activities are called as restricted activities?
We performed that activity in real time.
Yes, you have performed it, but what parametric evaluation you have done for categorizing it as unrestricted activities?
We have given.
Means, for example, if you have called any activity as unrestricted activity, which is performed, on the basis of what you are calling it as unrestricted activity?
We already predefined that. For every user, we already predefined this activity is restriction. For that user, that activity is restricted.
Okay, fine. Sure.
Thank you for your presentation, ma'am. Now I would like to call again Ma'am Kumari Nijlal to present a paper on the title Machine Learning Based Smart Recommendation System for Selection of Routing Protocols in Managed. Do we have you here with us, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Can I present?
Yes, ma'am. You may start presenting your screen.
Okay, fine. So let me share the screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Your screen is visible.
Okay, sir. Fine. Good afternoon, all of you. My name is Dr. Kumari Nidhilal. I'm working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, VNIT Nagpur. So for the today's conference session, I will going to present my paper, that is machine learning based recommendation system selection of routing protocols managed. So we are now seeing so many papers which are based on AI, machine learning, deep learning, and the application is basically depends upon some disease prediction, some anomaly detection type of thing, or some image processing like over image processing. But here we are doing some contribution in a novel way, like we are implementing AI inbuilt recommendation system model for the managed, that is the mobile. We all know about the managed system. Mobile ad hoc network is a wireless network basically in which we have a mobile device. Mobile devices are used to connect to each other, and whenever there is a connection, it is fluctuating. And the third one is the energy consumption trends. Now, the research objective, the objective of this research is to explore and compare the traditional one performance that we already compared, and there is already literature survey exists where already the traditional AODV DSR models are compared. But in this work, we are comparing these traditional models with the AI recommended model. So we have to analyze the limitations of the traditional model first, and then we have to enhance that limitations by using the entire protocols. That is nothing but the it is the initial phase of our research.
Moving forward, I sincerely thank our authors for their excellent presentation and contribution in this session. I sincerely thank our authors for their excellent presentation and contribution in this session, and all the participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for your support during this 10th version and all the previous 9 versions of the conference. We'll be happy to have you in the 11th version in 2026. All the presenters would be getting the digital certificate through email within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have already been forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 7 to 8 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ICT4SD 2025. I also thank our session chair, Dr. Nilesh P. Sable, for chairing the session. I would now like to request Sir to share his thoughts and feedback about the presentations for the session.
Yes, once again, thank you for the invitation, and the presentations were really good. The selection process which GR Foundation follows, it is really up to the mark, because looking to the presentations, the paper are of good qualities, and there is lot of efforts put by the researchers for coming forward and presenting their papers at such international conference. So 10th matured in international conference, we can say, because it is the 9th version of the conference now. So thank you one and all, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Just a second. Yes.
Thank you.
Here's a token of appreciation for the chair on behalf of ICT4SD 2025 and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Thank you for your valuable presence, everyone. Just before we end the session, I request everyone to kindly switch on their camera for a quick snapshot of the session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Stay safe, take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you.